Is our mama that is always time conscious. If you tell her 10 o'clock, mama will be here before 10. I would sincerely appreciate this. Professor Mrs. Sapeke or Motoshokan, please appreciate mama. Thank you very much for coming to time. We sincerely appreciate this. Also, I'd like to quickly recognize the presence of Professor Bolaji Omitola. Can we please appreciate Professor Omitola? Thank you very much for coming, sir. The Provost of the College of Health Sciences, Professor Christopher Alibio. Can we please appreciate the Provost? Thank you very much for coming, sir. The Provost of the College of Management and Social Sciences, Professor Ilesomi. Can we please appreciate Professor Ilesomi? Thank you very much for coming, sir. Of the College of Postgraduates, Professor Lawrence Kennedy. Please let us appreciate Professor Kennedy. Thank you very much for coming, sir. The Dean, Faculty of Clinical Sciences, Professor D.A. Adekole. Thank you very much for coming. Please let us appreciate Professor Adekole. Thank you very much for coming. Also the Acting Dean, Faculty of Basic Medical Sciences, Professor O.A.T. Ali. Professor Ali, thank you very much for coming. Please appreciate our Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council. Also the guest lecturer of today, the Chief Executive Officer of Health Pensions Limited, Dr. Awa Ibrahim. Please appreciate our guest lecturer. One of the members of our company council, Papa, is Engineer Tunde Konde. Please appreciate Papa. The Vice Chancellor, Professor Otuayo Clement Adebo, please appreciate our VC. Shall we please rise for the answer? please let's have a seat. Very quickly, I would like to humbly invite to the podium the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of our Public Council, Malam Yusuf Olaolu. Can we please appreciate Malam Yusuf Olaolu here? Thank you very much, sir. Also, I would like to quickly bring the Vice Chancellor of this prestigious institution to the high table, Professor Odo and Clement Adeboye. Can we please appreciate him as well to the high table? I would like to quickly bring the guest lecturer of today, the Chief Executive Officer of Hope Pensions Limited, Dr. Awa Ibrahim. Can we please appreciate Dr. Awa Ibrahim as he comes to the high table? Please, we can do better for the guest speaker. Thank you very much. Also, I'd like to invite to the podium the Registrar of the University, Mr. Gafar Adebayo Ashiti. Can we please appreciate him as comes to the high table? Thank you very much, sir. I would like to humbly recognize the presence of the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic Research, Innovation and Partnership, Professor Anthony Kolam-Bolusoya. Can we please appreciate him? The Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration and Development, Professor Afiz Adefemi Bello. The University Librarian, Mrs. Tinuade Adewale. All the provosts of colleges that are here, can we please appreciate all the provosts? Because of our time, all the deans, can we please appreciate all the deans that are here? Directors and heads of units, heads of departments here, can we please appreciate everyone here? Please, ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome the person sitting beside you, and you're welcome to this Foundation Day lecture. Thank you very much, sirs and ma'ams. On this note, I would like to humbly invite to the podium the Vice Chancellor, Professor Odo and Clement Adeboye, for his welcome address. Can we please appreciate the Vice Chancellor?
The Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, sir, Principal Officers of the University, our distinguished colleagues, we are still expecting some of our staff to join us. I want to welcome our guest lecturer for today, Dr. Awa Ibrahim, the Chairman of Hope Pensions Limited. I want to thank you on behalf of the University, the Council, and other stakeholders for accepting to deliver this year's Foundation Day lecture of our university. As you may have known, this university was established by the Act of the OSUN State House of Assembly, an announcement that led to the establishment of this university following the receipt of operating license from National University Commission in 2006. We moved to site in 2007 in 6 campuses all across our state, with the Shobo campus being the nucleus of the university. We are glad that we have grown in leaps and bounds in the last 15 years or so. We started with 601 students, and today our population minus postgraduate students is 15,600 students. We started with only 6 faculties. Today we have grown to 12 faculties, with the hope of adding more faculties in the coming academic session. We started with 14 academic programs. Today, we have fully accredited 66 undergraduate academic programs and 88 postgraduate, master's, PhD, and certificate programs. And between last week and yesterday, this university added additional 27 brand new academic programs. As of this morning, the number of Nigerian candidates who have indicated interest to make UniOSUN their first choice on our portal is about 17,000. And out of this number, about 9,000 have already gone through our post-UTME screening. Meaning that of about 6,000 spaces that we already have for this year, we have excess of 3,000. And the portal closes on October 21. So I see over 15,000 opting to come to OSUN State University for their bachelor program this academic session. It is not by magic. It is through the efforts of all staff members, the academic and non-academic, the technical, people in the works department, the library, and everybody working together to ensure that this university runs. As you may all know, the country is going through serious turbulence in the educational sector, with academic staff union of universities being on strike for the past 8 months or so. And within that 8 months, this university has run through a whole academic session, which ended just a week ago. Please, help me to give a round of applause to our staff in this university. There is no crime in thinking differently. We are thinking differently because most of the universities that are not on strike are state universities. And all of us have some things in common. The OSUN State University, the Lagos State University of Georgia, the Kwara State University, Malete, Rivers State University of Science and Technology, Edo State University of Ghana, Anambra State University of Science and Technology, Oka. All of us, we have something in common. What do we have in common? All these universities pay salaries before the end of every month. Second, all these universities have some special welfare programs. It may not be to satisfy everybody's greed, but to satisfy everybody's need. All of us have a healthcare system for our staff. Whenever a staff member falls sick, these universities have some intervention that they quickly give to the staff member in terms of first level of response. All these universities that I mentioned may have not paid 100% of the EAA up to 2021, but they have calculated up to 2021. And they have indeed paid at least a tranche of what constitutes the EAA, and so on and so forth. So we have tabulated all these things to see what are those things that distinguish these universities. So there is no harm in thinking differently. And we are not thinking differently on our part alone, but infectious from our council pro-chancellors. On behalf of the university, I want to thank you for the council that you did. The pro-chancellor is seated here. About 3 months ago, he called me. He said, VC, I left the money on the Sunday. I said, sir, he said, can you go ahead and calculate 30%, 40%, and 50% increases in salaries, and calculate a forecast of how much it will cost this university to increase salaries based on 30%, 40%, or 50%. And at the last council, he repeated it, that before January, the council will look into what it can do to address the issue of inflation in our society. So, Mr. Chairman, we thank you on behalf of council. For the EAA, the council chairman pushed me to process it. The council chairman, Mala Yusufa, he pushed me so seriously that I was almost breaking. He had to be holding meetings regularly to ensure that this thing got to that council where it was taken. Because he said it must be done. I'm giving you this information because people don't know the basis on which leadership takes action. It is when you see action, you think it is the work of the Vice Chancellor alone. He had to give executive approval to ensure that we put all this in place to run through these brand new 27 programs that we are happy to be commissioner of this university. I want to thank all other members of the council for your support, for the council, to the management management, I want to thank you equally for the support you are giving to the management, to the deans, the provost, and the directors, heads of departments, our colleagues in the academia, we thank you most sincerely. And finally, we believe that the lecture you are going to listen to today, Dr. Awa Ibrahim is a special person, the first-class graduate of the Ahmadu Bello University Science. And he will be talking to us on a very important element that we talk about every time. How do you build a knowledge-based economy in the midst of economic and security challenges? We can do it. I watched on CNN this morning. A 16-year-old built a drone to detect landmines in Ukraine. High-tech, first of its kind in the world. You just release the drone, it moves around, and it detects where the landmines are planted. How do we move in our society? Let us start to think differently so that we can have a better society. Thank you very much.
On this note, we'll quickly go straight to the citation of the guest lecturer. And to do justice to that, I would like to invite one of the senior professors of the College of Management and Social Sciences.
Dr. Abdul Awa Ibrahim was born in 1953 at Kwara State. He attended University of Lagos, Great Akubati, where he graduated with a bachelor degree in accounting with first-class honors. He also has an MBA degree in finance from Ahmadu Bello University, CEREMONIES, and a PhD degree in management sciences from University of Ilorin in 2003. He started his career as an academic staff in the Department of Accounting and Finance at the University of Ilorin. He left the academic environment after a couple of years and went into private practice, where he has pitched his tent to date. His career development has taken to many institutions within and outside the shore of this country, including Strathclyde University in Scotland, International Labour Organization Institute at Turin, Italy, University of Texas at Austin, and Harvard University in the USA. He is currently into property development while practicing as a chartered accountant, a tax practitioner, and a stockbroker. He is a member of Nigerian Institute of Directors as well as fellow of Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, Chartered Institute of Management Accountants of the United Kingdom, Chartered Institute of Taxation and Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. In recognition of his leadership potentials, he was awarded the prestigious Hubert Humphrey Fellowship by the government of the United States of America, and he served as a fellow of the University of Texas at Austin in 1992-93 academic year. During his fellowship, he actively participated in academic and community development activities, as a result of which he was commissioned as an honorary Texan by the state of Texas in 1993. Dr. Awa Ibrahim made it a point of duty to maintain significant touch with his roots by providing opportunities to the next generations. As a result, he has awarded scholarship to many students from Kwara State in particular and Nigeria in general. He is also financing the training of 60 young Nigerians who are aspiring to become chartered accountants at the Awa Ibrahim Icon Study Center of Far. He is also committed to giving to the needy. One recent gesture was the financial assistance to many Nigerians, irrespective of their state of origin or faith, through an open grants application platform. He is on the board of Express Payment Solution Limited and Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company Limited. He is currently the chairman of Express Portfolio Services Limited, Express Holdings Limited, Instant Payment Solution Ghana Limited, Prime Metro Properties Limited, Oak Pensions Limited. Afro-Commerce Limited, and Oceanic Earth Management Limited. He's also the chairman of the Governing Council and Pro-Chancellor of Fante University, Osogbo, as well as a member of the Board of Trustees of Mainland Open University. In recognition of his services to his alma mater, he was honored with the Golden Jubilee Distinguished Alumni Award in 2012 by the University of Lagos. In view of his contribution to the accounting profession, he was also awarded the 2019 ICAM Merit Award in the members category. Dr. Awai Ibrahim's main hobby is golfing, and is currently the president of the Ikeja Golf Club. He is also passionate about the game of soccer, so much that his children decided to surprise him with a ticket to watch his daddy team, the Manchester United, Man U, at Old Trafford during the celebration of his 60th birthday anniversary. Dr. Awai Ibrahim is a deeply religious man. In the recently concluded 2022 pilgrimage to the Holy Land, he not only took part, but successfully led the Kwara State pilgrim, numbering 328 as Abiru Hajj. Dr. Awai Ibrahim is happily married with children. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you for the Union OSUN Foundation Lecture this year, 2022. See, building a knowledge-based economy in the midst of economic and security challenges, the way out. A great Nigerian, a digitalized Nigerian, a governor, a philanthropist by excellence, a first-class graduate, a chartered accountant, a lecturer, a stockbroker, a manager, a consultant, a mentor, an epitome of success, and overall a distinguished advocate to mention.
Chancellor and Chairman of OSUN State University, Madam Yusuf Ali, my brother, SAN, the Vice Chancellor, please permit me to stand on the existing protocols. I'm very happy for this university. When the Vice Chancellor was rolling out achievements after achievements, I was very jealous. But at the end of the day, I was actually just to the extent that I wanted to point out if there's any course I can come and enroll from here. But I was relieved at the end of the day to learn that some of the top professors that are building the university are actually guardians of my alma mater. That has not taken anything out of the fact that this is a very fast-growing multi-campus university. And I only pray to Almighty God to assist all those that are steering the affairs of the university to much greater heights. The Chancellor, please, I don't want to take much of your time, so in some cases, I may jump, I may paraphrase, because I know that after this event, you still have so many other activities happening in Convocation ceremony of this year. I have to congratulate the graduates, their parents, families, and friends at this year's Convocation. I also congratulate the university management and staff for the successful organization of this year's Foundation Day lecture as part of the 2022 Convocation ceremonies of the university. I thank the Vice Chancellor and the University Management for the honor given to me to deliver this year's Foundation Day lecture, while noting the beginning of the academic season of the Citadel of learning about the debate in Africa. This year's lecture is titled Building a Knowledge-Based Economy in the Midst of Economic and Security Challenges, the Way Out. Thirdly, by making the first deeply described in key terms and principles contained in the topic as well. Knowledge economy, or knowledge-based economy, economic challenges, and security challenges. Knowledge is defined as the capacity to act as an effectual vehicle for economic value creation. So, knowledge is an essential input for value creation. The term knowledge-based economy is a form of modern economy referring to a specific structural transformation where the fast creation of new knowledge and the improvement of access to various knowledge bases increasingly constitute the main resources for greater efficiency, novelty, and competitiveness. It is an economy characterized by the recognition of knowledge as a source of competitiveness, the increased importance of science, research, technology, and innovation in knowledge creation, and the use of computers and internet to generate, share, and apply knowledge. In the knowledge-based economy, the country's growth and economic development depend on the quality, quantity, and accessibility of information and knowledge rather than the physical or natural resources. Though the term knowledge-based economy has been defined in many ways by various scholars, I can repeat more with the one given by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OSUN, in 2005. It defined the term as an expression coined to describe trends in advanced economies towards greater dependence on knowledge, information, and high skill levels, and increasing need for ready access to all of this by the business and public sector. I relate more with this particular definition because it shows that knowledge-based economy is not a new type of economy. It is a trend, it is a process which can be applied by any type of economy. And it is based more on information technology, the accessibility to it, and knowledge. I go on to quote Galabi, who described economic challenges as the economic term of scientific research and knowledge production, the dependence of national infrastructure on foreign universities, the expenditure of poverty and research and development, and the difficulty of industry access to information. Security can be described as stability and continuity of livelihood, stable and steady income, predictability of daily life, knowing what to expect, protection from crime, feeling safe, and freedom from psychological harm. That is it. Said to be security challenged or insecure in the absence of totality or trouble, depicting a complete state of anarchy. Yes, the degree of insecurity may vary based on the extent of lack of the aforementioned conditions. Given the foregoing, the main thrust of this paper therefore centers on charting a pathway for the attainment of the knowledge-creating economy amidst current economic realities and insecure environment we have faced with as a nation. The paper will focus on the emergence and forms of knowledge economy, pillars of knowledge-based economy, and some key global indices related to the knowledge-based economy, focusing on the performance of the Nigerian state. The concluding part will attempt to chart a way for the Nigerian nation towards building a knowledge-based economy in spite of the current economic and security challenges facing us. The term knowledge economy became popular in the 1960s after the new management of Peter Drucker titled the chapter of the book, The Age of Discontinuity, after it. Peter Drucker used the term to describe the shift from traditional economies which heavily relied on skilled labor and primary production to a system of consumption and production based on knowledge-intensive activities leading to scientific and technical innovation. I must say that knowledge economy and knowledge-based economy mean the same thing. They are interchangeable, and I will use them as such in this paper. Having said much on knowledge economy, it is important for us to discuss a couple of reasons why we need to consider pursuing knowledge economy. It should be recalled that production economy that we are used to mainly relies on human and physical resources to flourish. These are resources that diminish and limited in nature. The knowledge economy, on the other hand, depends on knowledge, training, skills, information, technology, and innovation. By nature, these are resources that simply do not diminish. If we were talking about limited resources in traditional economies, the knowledge economy ushered in an era of abundance instead of scarcity. According to Dhaka in 2005, both information and knowledge can be shared and increased through their application. It should be emphasized that ingredients of knowledge economy do not diminish, require storage facilities, and can be utilized virtually anywhere. It follows, therefore, that if properly pursued, knowledge economy can lead to more efficiency at lower cost. The forms of knowledge economy. Peters identified and discussed extensively some 3 forms of knowledge economy, namely learning economy, creative economy, and open economy. These 3 are described one after the other in the next slide. The learning economy is the one we are traditionally used to. The concept of learning economy was first coined by Lundberg, a Swedish economist from Harvard University, who first used the concept in the mid-1990s to discuss technological change, innovation, and institutional learning directly applying to learning society and economy to universities and education. The concept of learning economy is a refinement of the knowledge economy concept based on the way a set of interlocking forces in information and knowledge distributed new social media and greater computer networking and connectivity have contributed to the heightened significance of human capital formation, mode of social production, and emphasis on learning processes. In the learning economy, it is the capacity to learn that increasingly determines the relative position of individuals, firms, and national systems. And the emphasis of learning economy are focused on the learning processes that are responsible for the production of knowledge. Learning in this conception is not an end in itself, but only in the service of innovation, policy, and focused on processes of institutional learning within firms, which it is assumed can easily be applied and transferred to schools. Then, the trust underlying the idea behind creative economy is the realization of an emerging development paradigm that provides new growth opportunities for developing countries. Central to the new paradigm is the fact that creativity, knowledge, and access to information are increasingly recognized as powerful engines driving economic growth and promoting development in a globalizing world. Then, open knowledge economy. The pervasiveness and easy spread of information through the internet characterize the open knowledge economy. The Open Knowledge International, cited by CEREMONIES, considers knowledge to be open if all have access to the information they need to transform the world around them. Open data defined as any piece of content or data that is free to use, reuse, redistribute for as long as credit is given to the originator. That is the concept as defined by Organization for Knowledge Foundation. Well, when we are talking of knowledge economy, there are certain foundations, there are certain pillars that will determine how strong the concept is imbibed in a given setup. There are 4 main pillars. The pillars are put in the box here, namely education and training, information infrastructure, economic incentive and institutional regime, then innovation systems. Whenever we want to consider how a country is imbibing the culture of knowledge economy, these are the 3 pillars that we have to look at. The stronger the pillars, the more entrenched the concept of knowledge-based economy in that society. Then we try to consider certain indices that will determine the specific position of the country in this particular emerging concept. We use 10 indices to measure the place of Nigeria in the knowledge-based economy. I would like to go to the summary instead of going through the narratives. The summary highlights the 10 indices and where we are placed. When we are talking of knowledge economy index, which is aggregated index representing the overall level of development of a country towards the knowledge economy, Nigeria ranked 118 out of 140 countries that were measured in 2015. When we are talking of corruption perception index, the CPI ranks in terms of the degree of which corruption is perceived to exist in the misuse of public power for private benefit. Nigeria ranked 149 out of 180. That was a little bit, that was a small improvement in 2020. Global connectedness, Nigeria ranked 112 out of 169. Ease of doing business, Nigeria ranked 130 out of 189. The global competitiveness index, Nigeria ranked 116 out of 141. Economic complexity index, Nigeria ranked 125 out of 127. Global connectivity index, Nigeria ranked 70 out of 79. Global enabling trade index, Nigeria ranked 127 out of 136. ICT development index, Nigeria ranked 143 out of 170. And network readiness index, Nigeria ranked 119 out of 139. When we look at a quick glance at this result of these indices, we show that it's only in 3 circumstances, that is global competitiveness index, ICT development index, and network readiness index, that Nigeria ranked more than 20% of the countries that were surveyed. That means we are actually not doing well. In order for a country to subscribe to knowledge-based economy in its production and construction activities, it is safe to assume that it needs to perform above average among the Committee of Nations in its ranking in indices under reference. My take, therefore, is that Nigeria is far from being a knowledge-based economy compliant. Hence, the need to chart a way forward. If Nigeria is interested in assimilating a knowledge-based economy, the starting point will be to strengthen the pillars upon which it will build. The importance of functional education system, where the basic knowledge will be derived from ab initio, cannot be emphasized. It is no gainsaying the fact that education has served as a bedrock of human development and spanning through history, especially in Nigeria, where the missionaries undertook to teach the people how to read and write with a view to entrenching religious catechism. The historic development of education in this part of the world culminated in core academic, leading to proficiency in humanities, especially English language, arts, and basic sciences. The development of the curriculum had followed a pattern of theory and practice, which with little or no identifiable skill content. Even where the skill content is identified, there is no appropriate technology to extend to frontiers of this skill through innovation for new product development. A brief review of the educational system in Nigeria will show us whether the structure of education will be receptive to new direction as required in knowledge-based economy. In summary, we know that we have three tiers: the basic education, secondary, and tertiary. That's according to the national policy on education. Well, I want to mention that we are not getting it right in this particular situation, because even where the system is not faulty, there is no stability in our education system. And that is why one should commend a place like a university, state or associate university. And actually, some other privately managed universities, because one will be wondering if those universities are not existing, if all the universities are federally controlled as they were controlled during our time. Only God knows At the secondary and primary level, the foundation has been very weak due to policy somersaults alongside with other systemic problems. This includes poor funding leading to poor educational infrastructure, inadequate teaching aids, pursuit of quality teachers, and toxic learning environment. Most of the students at this level of education are ill-prepared for the tertiary education. Therefore, the emphasis migration to knowledge economy must take into consideration two important features of educational development in Nigeria. Firstly, the weak foundation in the production of feeder population at the tertiary level must be reinforced. In this connection, a very strong foundation similar to those of Montessori education program, capable of removing the toxic learning environment, becomes very desirable. That is, we should try to move away from rigid system to know what a child can do better, what a child is good in, and try to develop that child along that life. Secondly, for so many years, strikes have become almost an annual ritual occurrence at Nigerian tertiary institutions, especially the federally funded ones, making it impossible to determine how long it will take an average student to graduate. Contending issues always revolve around the same challenges for both academic and non-academic staff. They need this one exclusive university of OSUN State University, because I took cognizance of the fact that over here, I understand we have paid salary regularly as and when due. So I'm talking of federally funded universities in this particular case. Contending issues always revolve around incentive challenges for both academic and non-academic staff. The need to increase funding of the education sector and making learning environment more conducive. The same ritual has been on now for over 6 months with no end in sight. Can we then be talking of building a knowledge-based economy while the major stakeholders in impacting the required knowledge simply find it impossible to find a common ground? It is only when our educational system is stabilized with little or no disruption to academic activities that our journey to a knowledge-based economy can effectively take off. The previous sections presented the gloomy situation of the Nigerian standing among the community operations in respect of accomplishing a knowledge-based economy. But then, the country is doing well in some other areas which only require re-engineering and redirection for the nation to get it right. Internet is a major facilitator necessary for attaining a learning, creative, and open economy, which are themselves instrumental for a knowledge-based economy. Nigeria remains one of the most voracious internet users in the world. Year in, year out, telecommunication firms in the country rake in humongous returns in profit arising from every patronage by Nigerians. Data is life has become a popular slogan, and rarely will you see Nigerians without internet subscription on their phones. For instance, Nigeria has a number of internet providers and 4 major telecommunication companies, namely FTL, Airtel, Glo, and 9 Mobile, all of who have a total of 204 million mobile subscribers and 109 million active internet users, according to Statista.com as at August 2022. We can use only FTN as a case study, being the largest of the companies. FTN, as can be observed in the table provided here, in the last 3 years, made a total revenue of $29.4 billion, out of which $10.2 billion, or 35% of its income, of its global income, comes from Nigeria. Even South Africa, that happens to be the home base of the country, could only produce 8.7 out of that $39.4 billion. Of course, according to the information available in on the website of Nigerian Convocation Commission, 232 million mobile subscribers the company had worldwide, that is FTA. 70 million of them, or 30%, are based in Nigeria. We can now see that FTA survives mainly on its activities in Nigeria. What I'm trying to prove is that a country that has this type of student cannot be said to be lacking in information technology and even its accessibility. An important question to answer at this junction then is, to what end do this heavy data consumption and internet use put to? The response is not perfect. Millions of Nigerians, especially the youth, use internet access for social media engagements, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I completely forgot to mention Yahoo Yahoo and others. I've not listed that one here because I don't have any proof, but I heard that it's internet is used to carry out these government activities. While there are several productive contents on this platform, several of our youth utilize them mostly for leisure purposes. As most universities are currently closed down, there are thousands of impractical contents online students can benefit from, ranging from short courses to full university degrees. All these have become possibilities in today's information and knowledge society. There is need for content orientation of our youth by the government at all levels to steer them towards benefiting from the massive potential internet process. This should include bringing to the fore, through traditional mass media and social media platforms, messages on the constructive and positive use of internet. Parents also have a critical role to play here, as these youth mostly still depend on us. Since we provide them statements they use to pay for data, we must be concerned about how constructively they make use of these platforms. We must be involved in guiding them aright and not leaving them at the mercy of their peers. The universities as a center of learning and knowledge dissemination have immense role to play towards attaining a knowledge-based economy. The rigid nature of our program structures require to be reviewed. In most universities, a graduate will require a bachelor's degree in computer science or closely related discipline to pursue a higher degree in computer-related courses. The world is changing. In advanced countries now, they have structured their programs such that if you want to gain knowledge of a computer, like cyber crimes and things like that, at higher degree level, you don't need to be a computer science graduate. They have structured so that you can have a BSc in accounting, for example, and have MSc in one computer related or the other. I think we too should try to adapt to that particular situation. An example I've seen of recent is rather in a very popular university. They have made Islamic studies and religious studies so popular that now Islamic studies and computer science as a course. The Arabic and finance as a course. There are so many combinations of Islamic studies and Arabic studies with other courses. And I think we should try. I think if we are doing it, I think we should intensify it so that our students will have many options. This paper will be incomplete if it is completely silent on the need to encourage a sustainable innovation system in society and also to build an economic incentive and social regime that will provide an environment that will make a knowledge economic to thrive.
Thank you very much. Please let's have our seat. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been clapping before, please I urge you to clap now. As I'm going to be bringing to the podium, the Co-Chancellor and Chairman of our Governing Council, for his remark. Please, we can do better for the Co-Chancellor.
Great Nigerian students, ladies and gentlemen, you know there are things you listen to that has a tendency to prolong your life. This is one of such things. The taste of the pudding is in the air. I think you all agree with me, Dr. Abdul-Wahab, Arikimushola, Ibrahim, FCA justifies all the things said about him in the citation. And this is what you will find that in the last 6 years, you'll be very deliberate in the quality and deepness of people who invited their convocation, either as foundation day lecturers or convocation day lecturers. And one thing that it tells you clearly is that there is abundance of talent in this country. Don't you agree? There's something that was necessary about him that I will not say it. He knows I will say it. We've been friends for more than 40 years. He's one of the very few people God has blessed materially in this country. But very, very humble. I think all the challenges he threw in the lecture are for we the students. From my faith system, learning is from cradle to grave. The day you stop learning, you are dead. No matter the natural age. Dr. Awai Ibrahim, I want to thank you most immensely for the quality of this paper and the glory loads of information that is in this piece. And you can be very sure tomorrow or some other time I'll have the pleasure to quote you profusely if you have an opportunity to do something similar or akin to what you have just done. I was with an uncle 2 days ago, a retired professor of geology who is now an emeritus professor. And we were discussing. And our discussion geared towards issue of stability in academic calendar. And he told me, and I knew it was true, that most of them, the young generation, agreed to teach by choice. I'm aware that because I have the privilege of being a council member of the Nigerian Mining and Geosciences Society. I'm actually the only non-scientist in the council. I'm aware that at least in the last 25 years at least, this my uncle was one of the people who produced geoscientists that have headed the various oil companies in this country. Name it. And he said, some of us chose this line because we felt we must develop people. That as we are aware, in our own time, we had the opportunity to do something that would make us millionaires and billionaires. But we didn't choose that path. And that is the challenge today. Even some of us that left university just yesterday, at least 85% of those who taught us decided to stay with teaching because it was by choice. Today, the university is unfortunately for us. 85% of those who are teaching today and are stand to be corrected and contradicted are here because there are no better options. And that's the disaster of our education. That's the truth. I went to deliver some 8 years ago at one university. They were having a retreat, and I threw a challenge. I said, how many of you, to be honest, will be here if you find job in Shell or Google? Nobody raised their hand. So, for those of you who have decided to pitch your tent here, that's in the academia, please, the challenges are for us. What have we been able to do with information technology that has impacted even our immediate environment? Based on whatever knowledge we have, be it law, medicine, agri, and that is the challenge for all of us, for this university to blaze trails. And saying that, I want to thank, like John the Vice Chancellor, and thanking members of the academic and non-academic staff of this university. You are enduring a lot, and the first to accept that. We could do better. to encourage you. You could do better to promote your causes. You could do better to make you materially better off. But you can be very sure, under our watch, whatever we need to do to ensure that we are compensated for the late calling by others who thought that you are black sheep, which you are not. We will do it by the grace of God. We must reverse that role in our society where the crooked are celebrated and the honest are despised. We must reverse that trend where the hard-working persons are treated as fools and the high class are celebrated. This university will celebrate those who work hard and are doing well. And I think we do it. Dr. Ibrahim, we want to thank you sincerely once again. Let's just go and wonder. Between 1999 and today, cumulatively, excluding our own university, lecturers are gone away from their work. Cumulatively since 1990 now, for about 5 years. And they came to Abiola, may God be pleased with his soul. And I'm going to say this in Yoruba. If your neighbor doesn't understand, translate as much as you can. Only Abdulwani Pano, and also Korelile Kuku, see Olari Wadu Bieni, Abolari. Nigeria, even in our own time as undergraduates, a little over 40 years ago, we were having lecturers from US, from UK, and we had undergraduate students from those countries as well, coming to Nigeria to come and learn. At those times, the number of Ghanaians who undergraduates in our country were in their thousands. Today there is a universal rule. We send our children to the Republic of Benin and Togo. Because we will start our schools. You know, in my position as the chairman of the Committee of Chancellors of the University, I said some things concerning this slide. And I enjoyed the piece written by somebody from UI against me. He said, I'm a stone age dictator. And it's a type of gladly accept if what we champion is for the progress of our country and for the betterment of the tomorrow of these children. The word for that was only I've never contributed anything for a video show where I was pro-chancellor. And that if my worker says Silabuke does not pay me, I should go and look for something else. You know why I laughed? I was very amused. I said, if this is a researcher in the university, you can see where we are. If you can say that about me, when a simple search on the Google will tell you who I am, I have that real privilege. And that's a researcher, reacting on behalf of an academic union. We are told that the high is that we'll stay with you till tomorrow. We'll not start to bring out speech early in the morning. I believe quite honestly that our university is going to be one of the best universities and this will go very, very soon. I can confirm what the vice chancellor was saying. I know the number of people that have called me. You know that you are divided. In fact, most of the people, if the vice chancellor, if the IT people go back and see, you will see that of the 70,000 that are 70,000, 80,000 there, more than 3,000 are people who got it. New York was not their post choice.
Yes.
They changed to New York. And I need the number of people coming from global Nigeria saying, can we go to your university? Will our child have as well? If they do well, they will. That did not happen last year. So, why one would not wish that the site continues, but we are the beneficiaries of what is going on positively. So I want to pray all of you. Please let's take to what the lecturer said. Information technology for we that are members of staff, let it impact in what we do. And for we students, great Nigerian students, please. Netflix is not the only thing that is on the ITO. And that most of you, even your pocket money, that's what you subscribe to my Netflix. You know, I used to tell people, I said, some of our campuses that are in remote areas, this thing like Igbo, depending on the refrigeration. There is no more remoteness because of IT. In those places, there are no film houses. Then you now carry the films all over your movie, your handset. Even as students, use the IT to impact on what you learn and what you are learning. That is the only way for all of us to go and then the beneficiaries of the knowledge economy, which has been in place and presented by the lecturer. Once again, I thank all of you for God be with us.
Please, we can appreciate the chairman of council better than that. Thank you very much. Shortly before I invite the university registrar for the vote of thanks, it is a standard practice here in the university to always give the token that the university has for the guest speaker. And I would humbly like to invite the Vice Chancellor, Professor Dwayne Clement Adeboye, to please present the token that the university has to the guest speaker. Can you please appreciate Mr. Vice Chancellor?
On behalf of the Council, the Senate, and all the stakeholders of this university, we thank you for coming to deliver this year's Foundation Day lecture as part of our annual convocation. We thank you very much, sir. We have enjoyed the lecture and have marked some portions. Just as the Pro-Chancellor said, I will equally extract and use some portions of it, quoting copiously in some of my presentations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I would like to invite to the podium the registrar, Mr. Gafara Adebayo Shitu, for the vote of thanks. I want to first of all appreciate Almighty God for what He has been doing in this university since 2007 and the peace that is also reigning in this university. Then the President and the Governor of the State of OSUN, Mr. Adeboye Oyetola, we want to appreciate the governance in the state and the peace we have in the state, because out of all the 36 states in the Federation, OSUN is the most peaceful state in Nigeria. Thank you for that. Then again, I want to appreciate Mr. Adeboye Oyetola for giving us virile, well-disposed to policy council members, being led by Madam Yusuf Olaoluade. Oga is located here since a Sunday, and he will not leave until Thursday. And all the resources is the one spending the resources for himself, and all the things is him. That is the highest degree of sacrifice a man can give. It's only Allah who actually give you all the goodies you want in life and hereafter. Thank you, sir.
I want to appreciate our various council members. Since yesterday, Engineer President Pandey has been here. We thank you, sir. Our great mama, Professor Mrs. Adeke, has been here. Thank you, mommy. We appreciate you and what you have been doing for the university. Thank you to me. Then to the lecturer of today. When you talk of a morning, I want to say Dr. Awai Ibrahim this morning. When you talk of knowledge, I want to say Dr. Awai Ibrahim is knowledge. When you talk of humility, I want to say Dr. Awai Ibrahim is humility by essence. As a co-chancellor of the Franklin University, that was where I met him at the time, and I know the way he has displayed knowledge and everything. I want to say thank you. And the lecture of today, you will see that he delivered the lecture as a first-class grade. So we really thank you and immensely thank you for what we are able to gain today. I'm sure that this, everybody here will see that they are paying one thing or the other. Thank you, sir. Then to my Vice Chancellor, the team leader, the first of all in this university, I want to say we are lucky and we are lucky to have you as our Vice Chancellor. Thank you for the progress that we are having here. To all other principal officers, DPC Ari, Professor Olusonya, DPC A&D, Professor Afis Bello, the University OSA, the University Nigeria, staff, management, the provost, the directors and deans, we want to say we really appreciate you for coming. The great Nigerian students, I want to say thank you for actually gracing this foundation lecture, and to all others invited guests, thank you for this program. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Shall we please rise for the answers? people on the high. Okay, group photograph. Please, the members of council and other principal officers, provost, please let's feel free to join the people on the high table for the group photograph.